The camera world just shifted on its axis. While everyone was looking at Sony and Canon, Nikon was quietly working with Red Digital Cinema to build something that shouldn't even be possible. Welcome back to TechVibe. Today, we are going to look at the monster that is the Nikon Z9 II. We're talking about a camera that doesn't just iterate on the original Z9, it aims to completely delete the competition. If you think your current flagship is fast, wait until you hear what Nikon has done with the EXPEED processor. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know why professionals are already putting their current gear up for sale. The original Nikon Z9 didn't just save Nikon, it redefined what a no-compromise camera looks like. It was the first to ditch the mechanical shutter entirely, a move so bold it forced every other manufacturer to play catch-up. But it's been nearly 4 years, and the industry is moving at light speed. With the 2026 Winter Olympics on the horizon, the stage is set for a successor that needs to do more than just be fast, it needs to be revolutionary. Let's talk about the heart of the beast, the sensor. Sources indicate that Nikon is testing 2 paths for the Z9 II. The first is a high-resolution 60-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor, designed to provide the extra croppability for sports and wildlife photographers who need every single pixel. But the second path is the one that has us truly excited, a potential hybrid global shutter. Imagine a sensor that can switch between a traditional readout for maximum dynamic range and a global shutter mode for zero distortion at any speed. If Nikon pulls this off, it effectively combines the best of a landscape camera and a high-speed sports camera into one body, making the concept of rolling shutter a thing of the past. But a sensor is only as good as the brain behind it. Enter the EXPEED processor. This isn't just a minor speed bump. The EXPEED is rumored to feature a dedicated NPU, a neural processing unit, built specifically for predictive AI autofocus. We aren't just talking about tracking eyes in cars anymore. We're talking about a system that can predict where a soccer player will move before they even take the step, or identifying a bird through thick brush with 99% accuracy by recognizing skeletal patterns. This level of AI integration is where Nikon plans to pull ahead of the Sony A1 II and the Canon R1. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Nikon's acquisition of Red Digital Cinema. This is the X factor for the Z9 II. For the first time, we are expecting to see Red's legendary IPP2 color science baked directly into a mirrorless body. This means that out of the box, your Nikon Z9 II footage could have that Hollywood look that was previously reserved for cameras costing $20,000 or more. We are hearing reports of internal 8K recording at 120 frames per second in NRAW and REDCODE RAW. This effectively makes the Z9 II a baby red that fits in a backpack, bridging the gap between photography and high-end cinematography like never before. The physical design is also getting a much-needed refinement. While the vertical grip is staying to ensure that massive battery life professionals depend on, the Z9 II is expected to adopt the quad-vantage tilting screen from the Z8, but with a significantly higher resolution panel. One of the biggest complaints from Z9 owners was the EVF resolution. For the Mark II, Nikon is reportedly sourcing a 9.44 million OLED viewfinder. This would be one of the brightest and clearest on the market, ensuring that the blackout-free experience feels even more like looking through an optical window. For the pros, the workflow is where the money is made. The Z9 II is rumored to include a direct-to-cloud feature using Nikon Imaging Cloud, allowing photographers to shoot a wedding or a game and have the low-res proxies or even full JPEGs uploaded to a client server in real time via high-speed 5G or Wi-Fi 7. No more running to a media room with an SD card. In the professional world, speed is currency, and Nikon is banking on it. We also have to look at the thermal management. Shooting 8K at high frame rates generates a massive amount of heat. The Z9 II is rumored to feature a new magnesium alloy exoskeleton that acts as a giant heat sink, potentially paired with a silent internal fan system similar to what we see in dedicated cinema lines. This would allow for unlimited recording times in almost any environmental condition, from the deserts of Dubai to the humidity of the Amazon. So, when can you actually get your hands on one? The timeline is shifting. While many hoped for a late 2025 release, the most authentic leaks point toward a massive reveal in the second quarter of 2026. This allows Nikon to finish the real-world testing during the early 2026 major sporting events, ensuring the firmware is rock solid. Nikon is famous for not rushing their flagships. They want to ensure that when the Z9 II hits the shelves, it's a finished product that doesn't need 6 months of updates to be usable. The price? Prepare your wallets. Given the tech inside, the new processor, the RED integration, and the upgraded EVF, the estimated launch price for the US market is expected to sit between $5,999 and $6,499. While that's a premium price tag, it's a bargain when you consider it replaces both a high-end stills camera and a professional cinema rig. It is an investment for those whose livelihood depends on capturing the impossible. The Nikon Z9 II is shaping up to be more than just a camera, it's a statement. Nikon is no longer playing catch-up, they are leading the charge into a new era of imaging. But what do you think? Would you trade 60 megapixels for a true global shutter? Or is the red color science the feature that finally makes you switch systems? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one and love hearing your take on the future of the Z-mount. If you found this deep dive helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve, hit that like button and subscribe to TechVibe for the most authentic gear updates on the planet. I'm your host, and I'll see you in the next one.